Good morning, fam. Happy Saturday morning. I just got out of the shower. I'm going to quickly try and give myself a bit of a blowout and then we'll catch up on what we've got planned for this weekend. Okay, it's not the best blowout I've ever done, but we're gonna stick with it. It'll do for today, I think. Yeah, it'll do. I don't really want to do any makeup today because I wore makeup last night when I went out for dinner in the last vlog. And I kind of just want to wear skincare today. I haven't even told you what I'm doing today. So today is Saturday, obviously, and we are filming the next episode for On a Scale of 1 to 10. If you didn't know, me and my two best friends have a book club that we live stream. We do live episodes for. It's called On a Scale from 1 to 10. And today we're filming our second episode for it, which I'm really excited about. It's very low budget, guys. Don't get your hopes up. I'm heading over to my friend Danielle's place, who's one of the my co-hosts, and we're filming it on her couch, low budget kind of vibes. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I don't have to be over there till 12. We're not going live until 1 p.m. I think. So I'm gonna get myself ready this morning, get myself dressed. I'm gonna make a coffee because I really feel like a good coffee this morning. And then I'm gonna take Boston to the dog park for an hour or so, and then he's coming with me and we're gonna go straight to Danielle's place. She lives about an hour away from me. So it's a little bit of a drive, but we're gonna do that and then we'll get stuck into filming. So that's most of my Saturday today. Even though it's technically called a book club, we don't just review books. So today we're actually reviewing a movie. It's called, sorry, I've got hair stuck to my hand. I don't want to rub it all over my face. It's called The Gorge. It's got Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy in it. It's on Apple TV. It was all over my TikTok this last month or so. And I have watched it twice now. And I don't want to give too much away, but Danielle watched it last night. Paige watched it a few days ago, and we're all bursting at the seams to talk about it because there's a lot to talk about in there. And if you're into romance things, book boyfriends, romantasy, anything like that, I would recommend watching this movie. Go and check out what we had to say about it because I feel like we're gonna have a lot of points to talk about, which I'm excited for. Okay, I actually think that's all I really want to do for my skin and hair today. I actually just want to keep it really clean. I know I'm filming, but honestly, the amount of times I show up on this vlog and I've got 7-day-old hair, I've got leftover mascara, I do not put a face on to film with you guys, so I'm not going to do it for the book club either. But I think I look all right. I look presentable, yeah? Okay, I've made my coffee. I'm packing my bag. I'm going to take this Merch Girls bag I got from the Social Summit. It was this kind of content creator conference thing that I went to a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to pack this with stuff that I need for Boston because he's coming with me and we're going to the park, and then just everything I need for filming, recording, for the whole episode and everything like that. It'll all go in here. This is what I'm wearing for filming today. It's just another matching tracksuit set, but with shorts. Settle down. He's just excited because he knows we're going for a WA, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's take Boston out, get some of this energy out, and then we're gonna drive to Danielle's. Come here, boy. Me and Beau have been at the park for a little while now. I'm getting all hot and flustered. Not flustered. I'm getting all hot and sweaty because the sun's out and I've been running around with Boston a lot. But we've got about an hour's drive till we get to Danny's. So I'm really trying to like tire him out so that he's like happy and calm and placated for the drive. And honestly, like, I'm getting nervous. I'm just on a scale from 1 to 10's social media accounts, and I've been posting all the clips, like the last minute clips from the last episode, to get them all up and out, because we're filming a new episode today and then I'll have new clips for the next month and stuff. But like, I'm getting all nervous again because going live makes me still like quite nervous. And like, oh, it's just, I'm having so much fun with this book club. If you guys are into any of the books and stuff, or like my vibe, not my vibe, but like the same vibe as me, which is like romantasy, rom-com, like all of that kind of stuff. But like The Gorge is what we're reviewing, and that's technically an action movie. So like, we do a bit of everything over here. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm nervous. I've got the nervous jitters. I'm at Danny's now. I was like half an hour late because there was so much traffic. Poor Boston, he was busting to pee. We have just finished the recording for our episode. It went really, really well, but we've decided to do some changes. We're changing it up, so I'll talk to you more about it later. Okay, we've decided that Danny's place is going to be our filming house from now on, and I'm going to show you why. Danny has this hole in the roof, and it's this really cool room up here that's going to become our new filming studio. Oh. Okay. It is a little tight. Oh my god.
It's dicey.
Okay. Well, this is the room that's going to be our new like recording studio. It's her attic, essentially. I love it. I think it's so cool. So this will be where we film the next and all future episodes, if I don't break the ladder coming up and down. Hi, Boston. Hi, Bo. Hello. Okay, it is 9 o'clock on Saturday night. I've obviously driven home, and I've been editing for like hours today because I wanted to get a head start on the editing for the content that we shot today. And I'm finally like looking up from my laptop and like taking a break for a second. So I just really quickly whipped up some dinner. This is some lasagna that my brother gave me, and I just have like a really minimal bit of salad on the side, but that's gonna do me for dinner tonight. But I have so much to catch you up on. We did our episode today. It went really well. I enjoyed it so much. We had a great time filming it. We had really good discussions about it as well. We had a bit of a glitch with the camera that was recording it for YouTube, so we only got half of the episode shot, which is such a shame. It's okay because we've learned a lot from these 2 episodes. And I was telling you earlier that we've got lots to like, I've got to update you guys because we've made a few changes. So we are permanently recording now at Danielle's place. She has that space upstairs in her attic that is perfect for it. And we're gonna maybe invest a little bit more into the production of it all and just make it a little bit better. The other change that we've decided on is we're not going to be live streaming anymore. We really want to start creating like podcast-like content over on YouTube. And so we're going to lean into that a little bit more. But as well as that, you're also going to get 2 episodes a month. So you're not going to have to wait an entire month to see the next episode. We're going to drop an episode every 2 weeks, which is pretty exciting, I think. We're about to go get some microphones. We're going to get some headphones. We're going to just up the whole set level as well a little bit more, which I'm so excited about. And we have picked our next 2 pieces of content that we're going to review. One of them is the entire ACOTAR series. If you've read any of them, then this one will be a really good one to listen to. We're gonna talk a lot about the theories behind things, characters we loved, scenes we loved, all of that kind of stuff. So we're not just talking about the books, it's gonna be kind of like beyond that a little bit. And then the second one is a movie that Danielle has picked. It's called Nosferatu or something like that. It's not my pick, but I'm going to watch it and we're going to review it as the episode after the ACOTAR one. So they're the 2 pieces of content that we have coming up. I'll get dates out to you over on the socials for on a scale of 1 to 10 about when those episodes and stuff are going to go live. But yeah, some really, really fun updates after today. I'm going to sit in bed now, relax a bit, eat my dinner, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday morning. I wasn't going to start the vlog right here, but I just need to show you what I'm dealing with right now. Yes, that's Boston in the bush, he's playing tug of war with his lead because he won't walk. Come on, please, let's go. Can you see him? That's literally the road right there. Boston, come on. We're walking. Come on, we're walking. Let's go. Come on, come on. Guys, actually, come on. Come on, let's go walking. He is feral this morning. What has gotten into you, young man? My old trainer said when he behaves like this to just ignore it, because we're supposed to ignore bad behavior and praise good behavior, but like he is just on another level this morning. My goodness me. Okay, come on, let's go. Looks like he's got it out of his system a little bit, but my goodness me, that was quite the start to our walk. Anyway, good morning, fam. Happy sunny Sunday morning to you guys. I hope you're having maybe a better start to the day than Boston is, honestly. Come here. So I messaged the group chat this morning. I have a broadcast channel over on Instagram. It's called With Love and Grace, and it's like my favorite place to chat to you guys. There's a few of you guys in there. Anyone can join it. So if you're not in there, go over right now. It's in my Instagram bio. You can click the link and just join for free. It's honestly so much fun. But I sent them a voice note this morning. I always send voice notes and videos in there. And I asked them if they wanted to do a little like group chat exclusive Q&A for the rest of this vlog. So I'm going to be answering questions for the rest of today. This way, Boston. Good boy. But they're only going to come from the group chat. I only put it up like a couple minutes ago and there's already a bunch of questions in there, which is really good. But I will say the ones that I've seen so far are very gentle, which I appreciate. You guys are very sweet. But I did give you kind of free reign, I guess. Because it's like the group chat, I trust these girlies. Like, I know they have my back. And so I kind of like don't mind telling them maybe a little bit more than I would normally do, like on a TikTok Q&A or an Instagram Q&A or a live or something like that. So if you're not in it, you need to go join it now, because next time I do another Q&A, it's probably going to be in the group chat. And if you're not in there, then you can't ask your juicy questions. This question is from Paris. So she asks, can we see a little bit more of Winston in my YouTube vlogs? And the answer is yes and no. I can show you Winston or more of Winston. The issue is finding Winston, right? Winston's a solitary guy. Winston loves a moment alone by himself. And by a moment, I mean 23.5 hours of the day. So as much as I would like to show you more of Winston, it's just that Winston's not really around very much. He is not a huge fan of Boston, and Boston is wherever I am. So if Boston, like if I'm out and about, like in the lounge room or the kitchen or something, Boston will be right there. And Winston likes to keep a healthy distance from Boston, but I will try and vlog more of Winston. He's definitely around, especially now that it's getting colder. He like comes out for cuddles more, which is really cute, but I will try and add more of him in, I promise. Okay, we're home from our walk and Boston is wrecked over there. Let's do another one. So Macy asks my favorite way to relax. I want to give you a PG answer. So I'll say reading. Reading is my favorite way to relax. Glenn, one of my absolute longtime besties on here, asks, what is my short list for new places to live? And honestly, it really keeps changing. It really keeps changing. But at the moment, it is Sydney and the Gold Coast. But that could genuinely change at any point. At any point. I was pretty dead set on New York, and then I looked into the quarantine restrictions and all of that kind of stuff for Boston, and it was not good. Here in Australia, it was not good. So I don't want to risk taking him out of the country if he's not going to be safe to come back. So we've stuck to Australian cities. I think Sydney is like just ahead at the moment, but only just. Okay, one more. Alora says, when you move, are you planning on buying another house or renting for a while? And this is something that I don't have an answer to yet. I think I have an idea about what I want to do eventually, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen straight away because I need to go and live. So I'm going to rent. The short answer is I'm going to rent because I don't know where I'm ready to buy. And I think that is the long answer. I don't know if I will be buying back here in Melbourne because I don't know if I'm going to live the majority of my time back here in Melbourne. I'm like really considering and like toying with the idea of living in multiple cities across the year, and where I buy is going to be dependent on that. So yeah, a good question, really good question, because it's on my mind and I do want to buy, but I just don't know where because I don't know where I'm going to be living. Okay. I have just finished mowing the lawns, doing the edges, weeding, cleaning the whole house, and now I'm going to jump in the shower. I'm going to spend the rest of Sunday just having like a really wholesome self-care kind of Sunday while we answer more of these questions. So it's been a few hours now since I posted it, so questions are rolling in thick and fast. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so Taylor says, what is your go-to self-care that always tends to help when you're not feeling the best? This is the perfect question to answer. I'm feeling fine now, but I always love a self-care moment. Mine is a hot shower and a matching pair of pajamas. Like, what a hot shower and a cute matching set couldn't fix, I don't know. Like, I truly don't know. Like, I love a face mask, love a hair mask, love like doing a fresh set of nails or all of those kind of things, but nothing can't be fixed with a hot shower, washing it all away, and then putting on the cutest little set of matching pajamas, hopping into some fresh sheets and like reading a book. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. That's my favorite like self-care thing, I think. Like, that's my go-to. It was actually my ex that taught me the shower. Every single time I used to get anxious, she was like, just go have a shower. Go have a shower, wind down. And then I always fight it, but it worked. It worked every time. Okay, Taylor, I liked that question a lot. That was really fun. Okay, Yak says, what do you think you would pick as a job if you didn't choose to be a paramedic or influencing? I think you'd make a great teacher. Okay, Yak, that's so sweet. I agree. I think I've always like thought about being a teacher. I thought about it in high school when before I decided to be a paramedic, I was considering going into teaching. Like, sometimes now I still think about it because you can get your dip ed with like as a graduate certificate, so after your degree. So I've thought about that. Like, I would love to be a university lecturer. I think that would be so fun. I love teaching. It's always like filled my soul. I've always like had a lot of patience for it. So teaching, I think, yes, would be great. Probably not the little kids for me though. Yeah, like, I'm a deep kind of conversations gal. I love a deep chat, and can't really get that deep with the little kids. Yeah, the conversation skills not quite there, but like university lecturer or high school teacher, like, I feel like I would really like that. What subject I would teach, I don't know. It'd have to be, if it was university, it would have to be some sort of like medical, like, I don't know, health science or something like that. But if we were talking about like my dreamland, there's always been two. There's been two jobs that I've always said, if I could have done anything in the world, I would have wanted to study linguistics. I love going to a new country that doesn't speak English as their main language and learning like parts of the language and then trying to use them. It's one of my favorite parts of traveling. Like, genuinely, I get so much joy out of it. So to be like a linguist or something like that, I think would be incredible. And the other one is a historian. I like, something people probably don't know is that like, I'm obsessed, like deeply obsessed with like the dark academia vibe. That is just the ultimate world for me. That is my ultimate like world if I could choose to be anywhere. And so I feel like a historian fits into that so well. I love history. I love learning things about history. I love archaeology and all of this kind of stuff. And it's never boring. It's so interesting. And to think that that could be your job, like, imagine being like the world leader in historical ancient Greece or something like that. Like, wouldn't that be so cool? You get to write books. You would go, you know, like, you would be able to write papers with other people. Like, it would just be such a cool gig. So yeah, history, like a historian, but like a really cool like specialty, or linguistics. Yeah, I don't know if that's a little bit like probably not what you'd think, because it's very different to what I've ended up doing. But like, maybe in the future, like, can you imagine me like going back to university and like studying history and doing something? Like, I can see that for myself. Like, I could really see that. I feel like that could be really fun. I don't know. Just the whole like, yeah, the whole like university, college, like study vibes is chef's kiss to me. So yeah, good question. Really good question. That was probably my favorite question so far. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, Erica Jade says, this is really sweet. Oh my God. What is your best memory with your brothers? Also, can you give Boston a big hug for me? Much love. I will definitely give him lots of hugs for you. The best memory with my brothers, that's really sweet. So if you don't know, I'm the baby of the family. I have 2 older brothers. What you imagine that dynamic to be like is exactly correct. Yeah, when I was little, I was like a tomboy. I just wanted to be like them, do everything like them. The first time I ever got like birthday money or Christmas money, I bought a remote control car, because that was like the epitome to me of like spending my money on something. So, and then when I was older, they were definitely like the older brother, the bit of like a protector, not protector, but just like a very silent, like always eyes on me, watching, making sure everyone like played ball kind of thing. So my favorite memory with them, there's a lot to choose from. The holiday that we just went on over December, the one that I vlogged for you guys on YouTube, that was probably, it's right up there. It's got to be top 3. Watching, because I love traveling so much. Traveling's such a big part of my life and I see so much value in it. Getting to watch them experience being overseas in a new country for the first time is really special to know what that experience, the impact that experience has on someone. If you've never traveled before, if you've never really like had a culture shock before or stepped outside of your own world, to witness someone experiencing that for the first time is a really special moment. I think I have a relatively boring answer. My favorite memory with my brothers, most of you actually probably don't know this. When I left high school, I moved in with my brothers. My two brothers were living together and they took me in, and the three of us lived together for just over 5 years, all in the same house, running our own little household. So I would cook dinner most nights, they would like clean, mow the lawns, do all that kind of stuff. And those 5 years were like some of the happiest years of my life. My brothers had moved out of our family home like quite early, so I missed them for quite a few years while I was growing up in my teenage years. And to be able to spend like my early 20s and like late teens living in a house with my siblings was a really cool experience. So like sitting down over dinner every night, we would talk about all sorts of things. We would watch movie trailers, we would talk about, you know, different countries where we'd want to travel to, our dreams, like all sorts of things. Traveling with them was really special, but also just like the mundane stuff of like getting to live with my brothers and have dinner with them every night and just chat and hear about their day. Like that was a really special time in my life. Probably one of like the most cherished times in my life, I think. Good questions, guys. Damn, you're hitting me with the good questions. I knew coming to the group chat would be it. I knew it. I've done Q&As before, just in my stories on TikTok and Instagram, and it never hits as good as these. Like, you guys know the right questions. You just know. Okay, I can't stand smelling myself any longer. I need to get in the shower, wash. Okay, I'm just sitting down. I'm gonna put on a movie and have some lunch and curl up because I've got an hoodie on my lap. But before I do that, let's do some more questions, okay? Let's see where we're at. I think a few more just came rolling in. Okay, Sarah Louisa says, working from home, how do you stay motivated? I always struggle. And I get it. I so get that. That's so fair. My best tip for that is time blocking. If you don't know what that is, go and Google it because there's so many better people who can explain it better than I. But I love to schedule. I love to schedule my day. My calendar app is completely full of all sorts of different things, and I set myself an allotted amount of time to get a task done. And regardless of if that task is finished or not, if the time allotted for it is up, I move on to the next one. And it just ensures that I don't get like too tunnel visioned, but also like I can see a clock ticking. So I'm like, okay, I need to hurry up. I need to focus. Like, put the phone down if you're distracted by the phone, things like that. So time blocking is probably my best tip for that. Emma Louise says, oh, that was cute. It was Sarah Louisa and Emma Louise. Here we go. How did you get started on social media? What platform? And any tips? So I have so many tips. I have so much to say about this. How did I get started? I started traveling for the first time when I was old enough to, and I started filming those travel videos. And then I needed a way to try and share them with my family, but the file was too big. So I found YouTube and I was like, okay, I'll upload onto YouTube. And then as you do, I fell into a bit of a YouTube wormhole and I met a creator who created travel content and things like that. And he's now my mentor. And that's how it got started, essentially. That's like how the ball got rolling. But when I decided I actually wanted to start creating content on social media, I did everything. I did YouTube and Instagram mainly. I did a little bit of Facebook. And then it wasn't till I left my old job as a paramedic that I started posting on TikTok. And that's when things got really serious for me. That's when I grew a really large following, and And then from there, my Instagram and my YouTube has taken off as well. So, but YouTube is my absolute favorite. My advice is you don't need to invest a lot of money. You do need to start though. I meet a lot of creators who are saying, I really want to do this. I really want to start this. I wish I could say to them, like, you should have started yesterday then. Like, so start today. You know what I mean? Like, I meet so many people who are like, oh, but I don't have the right phone yet, or I need a mic, or I need this, or I got to move out of my parents' home. Like, you don't. You know, I know we all like have our own obstacles and barriers and things like that, but all you need is a phone with a camera and an internet connection. Like, just start posting. Even if you don't know what to post, post everything and then look at what your audience really likes. Like, one video will get lots of views and lots of comments and likes and stuff. So start creating more of that content, you know, but you've just got to start. I think that's the hardest thing for everyone, but it's the same piece of advice everyone gives. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Okay, Danny D says, what is one of your goal holiday destinations to visit in the next year or two? Okay, I like this question a lot, Danny, because a new one has just been recently added to this list. So I don't know if I'll get there in the next year or two because I don't have plans for it. But like, obviously New York, we've spoken about that like lots on here. I want to be in New York. The newly added one is Ireland. Yeah, I really want to go to Ireland. I just think like I was saying in that last clip, like the dark academia vibes. I love a cold wintry morning. Like, that is my vibe. And I just feel like Ireland's a really cool place to experience that. And I've never been there before. So there's that. And then the one that's been on my list like forever is Dubai. I really want to experience Dubai because I think it's a really incredible city, a really incredible society and culture as well. And something I've not really experienced before. So they're my current top 3. Okay, let's leave it there because I'm starving and I want to eat my lunch, but we're going to pick this back up in a minute. Okay, lunch was amazing and I have my natural hair, which so many of you guys comment and like give me compliments on, which is really sweet because I'm quite, not insecure, but I don't wear my hair like this because it's hard to manage and I don't think it looks the best, and yeah, but you guys are really sweet about it, so thanks. I'm gonna put it up. Lunch was wonderful. I'm putting it up because it's a Sunday self-care day and I think it's probably time to do my brows. I do them myself. I trim them, cut them, and dye them all myself. So let's do that while we answer the last round of questions, okay? Also, the last vlog, so this is going live on Wednesday night. The vlog that just came out on Sunday, for me, right now, has just gone live. And it's a little cheeky. It's a little bit cheeky. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's like light cheeky, but cheeky. All right, let me just like mix up my little potion here. So it's a little tricky to do this like in the camera. So I'm just gonna get a little mirror and do it from the side while we chat. Okay, so next question. Let's do the question from Just Jess Casme, I think is her name. Just Jess. We'll call you Jess. Just Jess. She says, what is your favorite comfort meal to cook? And I don't know if I have one specific meal, but I can guarantee you it's gonna be Asian cuisine, like 1,000,000,000%. I grew up eating Asian food. It's what I know how to cook best. Like, it is just the bomb. Like, it'd probably be like a noodle soup or something to that effect. Like, that's usually my vibe. Like, if I'm not feeling very well, yeah, a chicken noodle soup goes down, but like an Asian one, not like an American one. You know, like a good broth or something like that. That is probably my go-to meal. And then also like cucumber salad, because that's slaps. That's great. Okay, I'm just getting this little razor and I'm just trimming or cleaning up my edges a little bit, getting everyone back in line where they're supposed to be. Shape is all back to normal now. Next question is, Chelsea says, what is something you wish you could tell your younger self? I have like a semi-controversial answer for this one. It's not controversial, but I've never heard anyone answer this question this way. And usually it's the opposite. So I always hear people say, you know, don't wish away your younger years, or like, you know, live for the moment and enjoy, you know, like, you know, some of the toxic ones are always like, enjoy the body that you have when you're younger, like all of that kind of stuff. Mine's kind of the opposite of that. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be older because with older age came more responsibility, more freedom, all of those kind of things. And what I would tell my younger self, genuinely, not as like a fun piece of advice, but like if I met the younger version of me and could say anything to her, I would say it's as good as we want it to be. And I've said this publicly before as well, and it got mixed reviews, which is fine. But genuinely, if I met the younger version of me, knowing what I know and knowing how she thought and how she felt when, you know, I was growing up, I would genuinely tell her that being older is great. And it's better than where you're at now. And there's nothing wrong with where you're at now. But if you compare the two, one is better. So I know it's not really like the piece of advice that everyone's always asking when they ask that kind of question. But that's my genuine answer to that question. I know it's a little bit odd or a little bit difficult. If I had advice for my younger self, I would say something like care way less what people think of you, because it like actually doesn't matter. But that's hard to say to someone who's in their teenage years or early adolescence, because it's hard for them to understand that, which is okay. I mean, I had people tell me that a lot when I was growing up, you know, and like, don't do it just because your friends are doing it. You know, telling me that didn't make me believe that, or didn't make me think that way. So maybe I would tell her, what are the tools or something I could use to help with that mindset growing up, you know, teach her, instead of just giving her useless advice, I would, you know, give her some tools to let go of the opinions of others and just do what you want because you like it, you know, within reason, obs. I'm just trying to get the shape right. I'm just like missing the bottom of the arch. That's the hardest thing, is like, if I screw this up for the next like 3 weeks, I'm gonna have weird brows. Okay, I think that's what we're going with for the first brow. Okay, next question. P. Jane says, are you contemplating dating again in the future? And the answer is definitely yes. But key word is in the future. I am so like not there yet. You know, it's only been, I don't know, like 5 months or something since my literal marriage broke down. So like there's gonna be like a lot of healing and like time that needs to pass. Obviously I can't speak for my ex. I can only speak for me and what it was like in my impression of being in our marriage, you know. But like I wasn't checked out of our marriage. When it ended, I was still very in my marriage. Like I was very dedicated still. And so even though my ex may have moved on, you know, they're with a new partner, that doesn't like say anything towards like my journey. Like I'm not ready, and I need to go through like my process of it all. I know people compare timelines and stuff, and I know people have messaged me because they follow my ex on social media and stuff like that, saying, you know, oh, is this the person? Is this the new partner? Like all of that kind of stuff. And like, honestly, like it's got nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. I think there was also a lot of comments about like toxic breakup kind of mentality of like, you need to move on faster, like, you know, get with someone hotter and all of this kind of stuff to like give them payback and stuff. And I'm not about that. It's not my vibe. It's not my energy. I have no interest in that. Me and my little self are focused on me and me alone. And when it comes to dating, I definitely feel like I've turned a corner. If we had talked about this, you know, 3 months ago or less, even like 2 months ago, I would have said absolutely not. It's not on the cards. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not interested, which I'm not still. My heart is like softening a little bit. And there are people who have like expressed things to me, and like I've met people that have, you know, not fallen into the friendship category, you know, but I've been very clear and said that like I know I'm not ready. And although I'm enjoying learning and maybe imagining what this new dating life for me will look like, I'm not ready yet. Okay, I think that's both my brows done. We're gonna let them set for a while now, okay? So in conclusion, I don't know where I'm at with dating. I'm definitely not dating actively at the moment because I know I'm not ready. And I really want dating to be a fun experience. You know, I don't want it to feel like there's like pressure on me. I don't want to feel like there's like a timeline or anything like that on me. I just want to do it because I'm having fun and it's what I want. But what I will say is I am getting more excited at the thought of it. I definitely am. I think there is something fun about dating in like a new phase of my life. So like in my 30s, I'm going to be dating people, like, and I also really like the idea of like bringing you guys along with me. Like you guys never saw me in a single era ever, you know, and now you're going to get to see me, like, you know, I can debrief dates with you and all of that kind of stuff. So when I think of dating in that sense, I get really excited. I do get a bit overwhelmed with it, but I am really excited to like share the journey with you guys and like have fun and meet new people. But then there's also like, you know, some doubts or some negative thoughts or some confusing thoughts that come into my head where I question my sexuality and like who I want to date and why I want to date them and what does that say about my sexuality as well. Like there's all of this kind of stuff, you know. But I got some advice recently, and it was from a queer source as well, which helps kind of validate it a little bit more, in just saying like there's no point wishy-washing or like trying to figure out which bucket you fall into or which label you fall into, like when it comes to your sexuality. Just meet these people, meet them for who they are, and then just go from there, and like your heart will tell you what you want from there. So that's helpful. I'm going to try and like lean into that a little bit, but it is moderately stressful trying to figure out like, am I gay? Like I've identified as gay for so long, I feel really gay, but technically am I bi? And like how do I explain that to a future partner or like future dates and stuff like that? Like I don't know, there's like a lot to unpack there. I mean, I felt so secure in my sexuality in my marriage because like there was no questioning it at all. But now that I'm kind of like back to the start in a good way, it's kind of like, okay, well, is that still the space that you want to play in? Like, is that still that, you know, how you want to identify going into this space? I'm trying to choose my words very carefully because I feel a small amount of pressure to represent this in like an accurate and authentic way online, because there's not a lot of female or women creators that look like me and behave like me who are queer or gay, and I want to ensure that I represent that area authentically. But in saying that, an authentic representation is me being honest about being 30 years old and like my ex spouse was a woman and I'm still here questioning my sexuality. Not questioning it, but like wondering where I fit into now. That's the honest truth. But let's let these set for like a hot minute. We'll come back, wash them off. We'll, you know, decide whether we've made a drastic mistake or not. Okay, it's been longer than I planned, so let's see if I've completely destroyed my face. This is literally toilet paper. I just wipe it off with toilet paper. And it does kind of like develop just a little bit more. Not a lot, but a little bit more, like over the next 24 hours. Okay, that eyebrow one, pretty good. Not bad. I've definitely done worse to myself, that's for sure. Just gotta really make sure it's all gone. There we go. They're a little red, obviously, because I've just like rubbed the heck out of them, but like pretty good. They actually came out really good. I'm really happy with that. All right, well, thank you everyone in the group chat. It's called With Love and Grace, which the group chat actually named it, yeah? That was like our first task, was to come up with a name. Well, our first task was come up with a theme choice, and we chose lavender. And now every single time I post on my stories about the group chat, I always do it in lavender, so that's how the girlies know. And then they came up with the group chat name. So thank you everyone in the chat for the questions. I liked the questions today. I knew the girlies in that chat would pull through with some good questions. Okay guys, I love you all. I'll see you Sunday night, and just have a wonderful rest of your week. Like literally smash out your week. Get up for that early workout session. Go put in extra hours at work and like buy your boss like a coffee. Get those brownie points. Like also don't, but like, you know what I mean? Just like have a stellar second half of your week. I hope it's great. Okay. I love you all, and I'll see you on Sunday night.